I've looked through your file, and I've also spoke with Registrar's office at Battleford, and there's no certificate of litigation filed or entered on their database.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Because that's not in compliance with the Act.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I just wanted to follow up with you and let you know that I couldn't find a certificate of litigation.
So you know the court is aware of now that the court has definitive evidence that there was fraud occurred, and that the Court of Queen's Bench for Saskatchewan has participated in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
so the only thing we're waiting for then is for your appeal book and facts on that.
Wait, but what is the court? What are the Court of Appeal going to do, knowing that they violated the Court of Appeal Act that states that they have to put a certificate of legislation whenever they want to? There's a property is being subject of litigation.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Court of Appeal going to do? Because they know that a crime has been committed.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. I'm not a lawyer. So I'm not too
yes,
sure.
But it's not just this is not just a civil matter. It's a criminal offense.
I get it.
And the Court of Appeal has an obligation to report the criminal activity, regardless of whether it happened in a lower court. And from the Court of Appeal Act, a judge in chambers does not have any immunity, and no judge has immunity from committing crimes. So what is the Court of Appeal going to do that they have knowledge that the lower court committed a crime?
Yeah, I'm not too sure you can address that within your materials when you file your appeal book.
Yes, but that still doesn't stop me from being defrauded, and a federal corporation being defrauded of its registered office and crimes were committed to do so. The Court of Appeal has an obligation now to call the authorities.
Yeah. Again, you can address that then in your appeal.
It needs to be rectified immediately. And the Court of Appeal, if they don't take action, they will be a conspirator to the fraud. Because the Court of Appeal has an obligation to uphold the law. Because it deals with both civil and criminal matters. And the Court of Appeal has an obligation as the judicial body in Saskatchewan to do something about it. They cannot allow this fraud to continue unpunished. Otherwise, they are demonstrating that they are clearly involved in everything. Because that the fact that they did not notify and register it with the land registries to have litigation demonstrates intent to defraud. And everything that is being thrown out by every court has been demonstrated to be proven to be true. That the Court of Queen's Bench even itself went to defraud a federal corporation and myself. And there is undisputable evidence because of the participation in mortgage fraud.
Yeah.
In violation of the Act.
I understand.
No, you don't understand. So who's going to call the authorities? Because they can't do nothing and not be a conspirator. The court has an obligation to do something.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I unfortunately don't have the powers to do anything.
Well, you tell that registrar. You tell the registrar in light of the evidence, in light of new evidence that has come forward that you've discovered yourself.
Okay.
You tell the registrar to bring that hearing up with Kalmakov to Monday, the 22nd, and have an emergency meeting because of the discovered criminal activity of the Court of Queen's Bench for Saskatchewan and intent to defraud. The court must act and do something.
Okay.
If they do not, this is going to be put out publicly so that they'll know that the court is defrauding people knowingly, knowing that the Court of Queen's Bench has committed fraud. You get that registrar, you have that hearing for Kalmakov set for the 22nd of Monday the 22nd, and this evidence is going to be brought forth because it should have been party to the file. and the knowledge that Patricia J. Meiklejohn was in there and she was defrauding me and knew it, and Kalmykov shielded her from answering questions relating to the fraud. That has to be on Monday the 22nd. There's no excuses. Otherwise, this court is guilty of fraud because I've reported this to the registrar. The registrar of the Land Titles Act.
Okay.
And I'm going to report it to the director as the CEO of DSR Karras Consulting Incorporated, because the Court of Queen's Bench has participated in the theft of the property of a federal corporation that had an interest in the property. And the Court of Appeal must return that property to its lawful owner. And I'll speak as an individual. The Court of Appeal, you tell that registrar, Monday, the 22nd, the panel of judges, I don't care what they have to do, the Court of Queen's Bench has committed fraud.
Okay.
And I have a hearing on the 23rd that the same lawyers that were at on March 1st that admitted to conspiracy and to torture in the hearing are going to try to torture me and conspire to destroy and cause a severe disruption to a federal corporation on March 23rd. And the Court of Appeal has an obligation to do something about it. Okay. And like I said, this will be published.
I can help you with today?
I said this will be published publicly, and I want to have that hearing scheduled for Monday, and I want to hear about it within the hour.
Okay, is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
Okay. Good day.
Bye.